They're almost scared of the possibility of winning.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of FIF TV. It's me, Dov. He is Vieri. We've been away for a couple of weeks, Vieri, but we're back because we've had quite a lot of Serie A action to chat about, and we've got lots of questions to be asked.
Well, there's been a midweek round as well as the last weekend with a lot of things going on and some very unexpected results as well.
Indeed, but before that, we want to mention our little shop because we've got one. You can find a link in the description below, and you can find such wonderful things as Diego Maradona clocks, a Batistuta t-shirt, computer bag things, phone cases, you name it, it's there. You can get a t-shirt if you really want to. We've got Batistuta, Maradona, Zanetti, Maldini, Baggio.
Yes, you feel the current level of the Serie A isn't as good as it was. You can
Serie A was
take
good.
A trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
And
exactly, so go down there, have a wee look, see if you like something, place an order, and that means we can bring you more wonderful videos and podcasts and articles and all that jazz, as they say. Right, now Vieri, the shit is about to hit the fan.
Well, yes.
Should we start with Milan? Because I was at the two recent Milan games, and Milan haven't been playing very well. And after the game against Torino, Gattuso said that his players are tired and he's worried about kind of individual kind of injuries and the individual condition of players. So my question is, has his Gattuso Grinta, this kind of get everybody training hard and everybody fired up, has it made his players basically too tired? Has he basically just destroyed them physically?
It seems like, it's more than just a possibility, because the first thing he did when he came in replacing Montella is work on training hard, on changing the method and the intensity of training for physical reasons, not just for improving the players' techniques. So one thing that has to be said is we don't think Gattuso's ever had this amazing style of play to his AC Milan side. He's had peaks of better quality, peaks of worse quality. Overall, though, you're never going to see amazing.
You're not going to get some kind of tactical genius move from Gattuso.
What you did get was a lot of solidity at the back, the team playing in 30-40 meters of the pitch. 4-3-3 formation, that's the system. There were 2-3 key players you could always count on. That we absolutely got from Gattuso. Now perhaps with the players being slightly more tired, you lack even just the brightness, getting in front of goal and knowing what to do, the final decision.
Well, against Torino they were really slow and predictable, and I think that made it easier for Torino to kind of defend against them. But he was even worse than what he is normally in terms of cutting inside. He couldn't get past. It was Di Silvestri. He's always coming inside. It was just so obvious and kind of almost robotic in terms of what they were doing. And I think kind of that level of intensity has kind of maybe got to them where they can't keep that up.
And also they found a team that are actually quite similar to them, because Torino with Mazzarri, the first thing he did was sort out the defense. So Torino can start conceding a lot less, but then also struggling to score. Yeah. So it was almost like, that Spider-Man meme when it's like two similar kind of teams, they both scored a goal. End of story.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a couple of statistics before we move on to the next one. Milan have obviously not won in 5 games, and they've drawn their last 4, which they've not done in a single season since 1994. So that's a long time ago.
When they won the Champions League, I think.
Yeah, when they won the Champions League, exactly. So that's not going to happen for a wee while anyway. And obviously, the Champions League is done for them as well. Right, now let's get on to the Scudetto race, because this was interesting on Wednesday, because at one point, Napoli were losing, Juventus were winning, Juventus would have been 9 points ahead, and victory over Napoli at the Allianz Stadium on Sunday would have meant Juve would have won the league. However, Sime brought out his inner Cristiano Ronaldo, and Napoli came back twice they came back and eventually beat Udinese 4-2. However, obviously they went down, like the last couple of games at San Paolo, Chievo went ahead, Udinese went ahead twice, and even against I think it was against Inter, they just looked so nervous. And Sarri's actually even started to admit that recently. Do you think they're too nervous to win the Scudetto?
They're almost scared of the possibility of winning it. But the interesting thing is, we felt that was the case about a month ago when they started losing some points. They were obviously ahead. Then Juve overtook them. And also, we all thought, look, the pressure's now on Juventus in a way because they are leading. So Napoli can play more calmly. Instead, it was the opposite. They felt like they had lost something they had, which was the leadership. And even if they win on Sunday, they still won't be leading the table, which will make it tough for them mentally in the final stages of the season. But that's the final step between a very good side and a side that wins silverware.
Yeah, I think as well, like, if they do win against Juve, then that can kind of give them maybe a bit of kind of re-energize the team a little bit, because it seems that every time they play, it seems that they've got lead in their boots and they can't do what they were doing at the start of the season. They're not as dynamic as they were, say, in October, November.
So it's the same players playing as well. They probably are a bit tired. It's great that they found a new resource in Milik.
Milik, was in Diawara, and they've got Zielinski coming on a bit more as well. And Sarri needs to use these players because you're coming into the last kind of 5 games of the season where you need to use your squad. It's every game. Essentially, it's every game for Napoli now as a cup final. They need to win every single game. And even then, they might not win the title.
That's it. Exactly. And there's that point difference. Even if they win on Sunday, that could be decisive in the end. So of course, the Napoli just need to win them all. And assuming they win them all, we need to hope that Juve drops some points.
They've got 2 big games, away Inter and Roma. So
it won't be easy for Juventus, that's for sure. But I still think they're favourites. We said it from day one, and they are leading.
If you want to win the Scudetto, you need to beat Juventus at the Allianz Stadium. You need to beat Juventus in Turin if you're going to have any hope. It's literally as simple.
Well, yeah, it would have.
And if you manage to
would have been a different case had they won the first game in Naples. The moment you don't win at home, you need to beat them away.
Exactly. Right. So obviously, bringing us on to Juventus quickly. Is the only way to score against Juve overhead kicks? Is that how you do it? You just bring it out?
Let's put it this way: when Juve don't take it up the extra gear, and against Crotone, they probably had the chances to finish off the game. They didn't do that. It's down to them, really. And then, obviously, a team like Crotone needs to take their chances. And they did it emphatically.
Emphatically. Simi has become a new hero in the south of Italy for Crotone, especially if they stay up, which they're a point off Spal at the minute. So it's possible that could be a vital point that keeps them in Serie A. Right, moving on. Let's go to the Stadio Franchi because madness ensued between Fiorentina and Lazio. And obviously Fiorentina have kind of put a nice run together for Europa League. Lazio still going for Champions League football, and it looked like they were going to lose. Jordan Vertu scored a hat-trick, but big Luis Alberto, the first player this season to get into double figures for assists and goals, statistic.
Biggest surprise of the season. Again, we said it since November, and he's still impressing, just like Vertu. I think, you know what, baseline is Fiorentina had been quite fortunate in a couple of games in the 6 wins in a row. And then they've been, the paradox is they played better against Spal and against Lazio than they have against Roma, for example. Won 2-0 at the Olimpico and then didn't manage to score against Spal and lost against Lazio. But that's just the nature of football and the nature of a side like Fiorentina, who obviously are in top level. And so it's, to have ups and downs, it's normal. And in this Serie A table, if you look at the 20 teams, it's happened to a lot of them to have really high peaks. Udinese is the best example. 5 wins in a row and 10 defeats in a row. But Fiorentina, I think, are still in there to get a Europa League spot. And to be honest, Lazio are just a better side. Yeah,
this is true. Lazio obviously bouncing back from Europa League defeat. A magnificent derby. Even though it was 0-0, it was really exciting, very intense from both teams as well. And Lazio kind of just hanging on to fourth spot. And the best thing about this is, I think we all know this is going to come down to the last game of the season. Lazio versus Inter, winner takes all.
Mental, yeah.
€100 million game and all that rubbish. That's what's going to happen. Right, and the last one, this is one for Conor Clancy, who is not beautiful. Atalanta, they beat Benevento 3-0 and essentially condemned Benevento to relegation. It's mathematically still possible, but they need to win all the rest of their games and hope that Spal lose the rest of their games, and when they play Spal they need to beat them by 2 clear goals. Not going to happen. Benevento are finished. However, Atalanta moved up to 7th place with that 3-0 win in a Europa League spot now as well. Are they on their way back to Europe?
Well, currently they would be. They depend a lot on the results of Sampdoria, of Milan, of Fiorentina, who are the other 3 battling with them. I think they really want it because they had so much fun this season. Let's be honest. They were fun to watch. They made Italy proud.
Played well against Everton, Lyon, Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, they could have easily beaten Borussia Dortmund. Yeah. They could probably still be in the competition for what we've seen on the pitch.
This is true.
So they probably deserve to get back to it. Obviously, having that sort of Europa League run meant they dropped some points in the league, but they're there, and I think it will depend a lot on the way they'll approach the next 2 or 3 games. If they're still, a couple of points away or ahead in the Europa League run in the final couple of games, I think they'll have that boost to then get it.
Yeah, and obviously having that experience, being there, and Gasperini, I think, is a really good coach, and he's got
experience.
Yeah, he's experience, and he's got the team playing in a good way, and he knows the team. He knows what he wants the team to do, and the players know what he wants them to do and what he expects of them. And I think it's a great motivational factor, especially kind of coming into these last 5 games where you've got a team that actually want to be in Europe.
Yeah,
which for some of the teams who like Torino, for example, look like they can't be. They're not really too fussed to begin into Europe, whereas Atalanta look like they want to be there. Like you say, they had so much fun. So there we go. That's a quick video on some recent events in Serie A. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment below. Do you want Atalanta in Europe, or should we get Fiorentina and Milan in there as well? And what about the Scudetto? Have Napoli screwed it up? Are they mentally there? Are Juve just going to be Juve?
Who's going to win on Sunday? That's the main question.
Who's going to win on Sunday? Can you see Napoli winning? Let us know. Leave a comment. Remember, follow us on Twitter at Serie A FFC. You can follow him at Vieri Capretta. You can follow me at Schiavone. We're on Facebook as well. We're doing some Instagram like the kids do. So we've got some pictures up there. Follow us on that as well. And we shall be back very, very soon. So until then, there's nothing left for me to say apart from arrivederci.
Ciao, ciao.